welcome. Happy Face to Face on ChannelOne television. My guest is the chairman of the NPP Presidential Elections Committee, Honorable Joe White, as is popularly known. Talk to us about the mandate of this your committee.
Well, largely our committee is to organize a presidential selection election to allow members to elect one person to lead the party in the next general elections. Largely, that's all there is about. We've taken our assignment very seriously. We're certain that we would not give anybody the reason to say the election is unfair, it is skewed in favor of A or in favor of B. And so we started with rules and regulations, which all contestants were given copies, we discussed together, and we all agreed that this will ensure fairness. So each one of the contestants, all their representatives, signed that we agree by this one. We followed to the next one. The most critical one was the album, the delegates list. And that the conference, the last conference, the decision was taken that the album that was used for the 2023 elections would be the same album that will be used. So we will not change anything in the album. But
if you are delegate and you voted 2023, you are qualified again to vote 2026.
Yes. Two things: some died, and some forfeited their membership subsequent to voting in 2023. So these were the two things that were likely to happen to the 2023 album. And then we also amended the Constitution to give extra people a mandate to vote. So the former executives, former MPs, former parliamentary candidates, former ministers and deputy ministers who are card-holding members, because, you know, the president sometimes appoints people from outside the party, and former MMDCs, TESCON leaders, and even overseas executives. So the mandate was to compile that register separately and then clean up the existing one, taking out those who are dead and those who forfeited their membership.
With the national register, we usually do what's called exhibition. Did you do something like that?
Yes. Yes. First, after we did what we call verification. And that is how we managed to get those who are deceased and those who have lost, forfeited their membership. That exercise was done together with the contestants' representatives at every constituency. At every constituency, we send people, went to the constituency executive, and then the contestants each was asked to bring here a representative. They sat through the exercise together. The people we sent brought their report to us. The contestants' representatives sent their report to them. So when we finished that, we came and met here with the contestants' representatives, comparing the reports, each one. And after we had reconciled all the concerns raised here, concerns raised there, we finally got a final document which we all agreed to. Then we sent it back to the constituencies. It's called the exhibition. That was when we got the exhibition. Now, we said, check if your name is there. Check if somebody who is supposed to be there is not there. There are a few fallouts which are interesting. Some people in my own constituency, 2 people who were not dead were stamped dead.
So the students and
yes. So yes, when those matters came up, we quickly verified them and cleared them. So, and all those exercises, we did them together with the representatives of the contestants. There are some people also who had brought petitions. I am a former executive. They've taken my name out. We investigate that. These people are not executives, but their name is there. We sit through, take evidence, verify, we fix them. This man, whose name appears here, he was my constituent. He did A, B, C, D. He forfeited his membership. Oh, is that true? We take evidence from the parties, verify the situation, and when we are all satisfied, we either include or exclude the person. So when we concluded that exercise, then we started the printing of the register. Even that printing is done in their presence, their representatives. After that, we went and met the Electoral Commission because...
So wait, when you say printing the register, are you printing a national register or a constituency-based register?
It's a national register but broken up into constituencies, yes. So for each constituency, when it is printed, it's given to the representatives to vet, audit, and confirm that this is a true reflection of what we have agreed upon before we proceed.
So that's the voter album?
The voter album.
So you have that already?
That's done.
How does it look like? How many people are in there? How many there?
I can give you the summaries from here. If you take Ahafo region, the total delegates are 4,338. The whole of Ahafo. If you take Ashanti region, it's 36,626. If you take Bono, it's 7,871. If you take Bono East, it's 7,840. Take Central region, it's 18,718. Eastern region is 21,843. Greater Accra is 40,175. Oti is 5,495. Northing is 12,206. Northeast is 3,654. Savannah is 4,155. Upper East is 8,588. Upper West is 6,876. Volta is 12,589. Western is 14,132. Western North is 6,429. Then we have Region 17, which is the headquarters. There are 153 people to vote at the headquarters. And then in addition, we are adding the diasporans. There are 824 on the diasporan register. They will also vote at the headquarters. So 11,849, all the total.
Greater Accra being the highest.
Yes, yes.
Plus, Ashanti takes 36,000.
36,000, that's right.
That's a very huge. 211,000, that's how many people you're expecting to vote on that day.
That's right.
Does it also include TESCON? Because
yes.
You are on TESCON members.
The TESCON list. We have
TESCON here is the tertiary education
institution, yes.
Your youth wing, your students group.
Yeah, our students group. Their total is 350, broken down into region by region. Each will vote in the constituency in which the institute they attend constitutes. I understand where the complaint is coming from. The committee made a ruling that there are some institutions where the leadership of TESCON were appointed, not elected. So the position was that, listen, anybody who was appointed after conference had been, the date for election has been announced, that's after conference, will not be permitted to vote in this election. That is what has generated a controversy. The National Youth Organizer is very agitated. Yesterday, we were called to a meeting of the NEC, and the General Secretary instructed us to add those lists. There are 58. So we'll do according to the instructions. The only thing is that we came to that conclusion to meeting with all the contestant representatives. So I'll write to the contestant representatives that following the instructions given by the National Executive Committee, these 58 people are being added to the album. So that. I hope not. I hope not. Unfortunately, I fear. The numbers are not big, but we at the committee strove to avoid any basis for anybody claiming that something is skewed in favor of A or B. But the National Executive Committee thinks otherwise. So
you work for them, so whatever they say do is what you do.
Yes.
Even though you run your independent work by their business and...
Finally, it's like your decision is being referred to an appeal body. What the appellate body says, you abide by it, yes.
What about members who are abroad? Do you have a proxy voting?
No, we discussed that at length.
Why?
And we came to a conclusion that the risk of manipulation, of using people other than the real persons appointing proxies is high. And we didn't want anybody to say, oh, 50 people who are on a proxy voted for A or B and somebody skewed that. When we met, we took a notice of various examples given by those who were at the meeting. After we made that announcement, the National Executive came to meet with us. And even members of the National Executive gave examples of some misconduct using proxy. And so we thought that it was strategically safe.
So any delegate abroad, if they want to vote, they have to fly down?
Oh, yes. Yes, yes. They knew that we hold elections in Ghana when they applied to be made delegates. They knew that.
So they should prepare to
They should.
Now,
what I'll recommend after this committee, that the party must explore the probability of setting up an electronic voting system for them. I am told that NPP USA has that system that makes it possible for all members of the NPP USA across the country to vote electronically, and we should explore that opportunity to enable
on
us.
the TESCON date, you are not going to write to the candidates and say to them that this is what the party's instruction is. What if they return your letter saying they are not agreeing to that? What happens?
Well, is it for the contestant to make the rules? No.
Okay, but
The party makes the rules.
what if the contestant say, okay, these 58 people, we believe for some reason they are not qualified in the sense of the rules that we are working with, and that this amounts to shifting the goalposts in the middle of the competition or the tournament?
I'm sure that question will be referred to the National Executive Committee to answer.
I like how you are playing Pontius Pilate.
No, not playing Pontius Pilate. We took a position. The National Executive Committee disagrees with us. So it's like the appeal has gone there. If you want to appeal against that, you go to that location, not the lower court which took the original decision. That's
So
right.
on Saturday 31st, how is the election going to be conducted?
Yeah.
And is that also part of your, or that will be for the elections committee of the party?
Well, it is our responsibility, which we have assigned to the Electoral Commission, the experienced state organization that is responsible for
So they will conduct, the EC will conduct
the elections. They actually had given us the rules. We had a meeting with them. All the aspirants representatives were there. They shared the rules they will apply to us. We discussed it at length, and we agreed that on our parties, in our party's rules, one thing we have insisted that on that day, we will not expect any group to congregate anywhere. You walk in, vote, and leave.
Explain that congregation.
We don't want to see that in the constituency you all are sitting at one place. And in the past, what we used to do is to provide a shed or a canopy for you to wait under, and your names are called one after the other.
You don't want to do that?
No, we don't want to do that. You walk in with your ID. The register is there. Your ID will be used to verify you at the entrance.
Party ID.
Yeah, party ID will be taken, national ID will be taken, Ghana, national ID is Ghana card. Yeah. If you bring a passport, it will be taken. Anything that will help identify you as a person in the register, then.
Would there be biometric verification like we do for the general elections?
No.
This is not up to that.
No. Well,
So identify yourself.
identify yourself.
One polling station per constituency or several polling stations?
No, one polling station per constituency.
So for instance, your constituency, the capital is Bekwai.
Bekwai, yeah.
The voting center will be there.
At Bekwai, yes.
People from villages of your constituency will all have to come.
You come there. That's
What if I decide to back those people and bring them? You are saying you don't want to come?
No, we discourage that. It actually is part of the rules we shared. We don't want anybody to provide any such.
They'll be coming with buses.
Do they have to come in buses?
My constituency is Ashutari is part of it. It's far from Lodowa. If by all means they should organize themselves, take one bus.
Why should they?
If they have to jump,
And when they are going to the market, do they?
but it's a party activity.
It is, but we want everybody to come on his own, like you're going to do your own trade.
But that would be difficult.
It shouldn't be. Just as people travel in and out every day, it shouldn't be. We don't want people to be.
Does it mean that if someone brings a bus there, they're going to disqualify those who are crossing the bus, or you're going to take issue with the one who brought them? How are we going to deal with this?
We have given them the rules, so we know that they won't. But I know that sometimes people will arrange some small vehicles. In any case, it's those small buses that travel with them anyway. So if 10 of them meet at the station and they come one bus, you don't complain. What we don't want is for one candidate to provide a provided buses. So you bring problems when those things.
Feeding them at the voting center.
We are not. The voting time should not take more than 5 minutes. You
But
vote in.
For a long journey. I don't know the remotest part of your constituency, but the people they are hungry, they are thirsty. Give them water and food.
No. At my constituency, which one is it? In Trogu. In Trogu to Bekwa would take about 40 minutes.
Yeah, that's okay.
And you come 40 minutes, at most 20 minutes, you are finished voting on your way back. That's not a situation that we should
But
provide.
it happens, it's bound to happen, and if it happens, how will you deal with that?
Well, this is a public place. Water is sold all around. Food is sold anywhere. So we don't want you to feel as an everyday person coming to do your own business. We don't want anybody to take responsibility for any such thing, because generally
But if it happens, I want to know if it happens, would you bite anybody or you just back?
we don't think that anyone. You see, the election is on Saturday. If you have anything to give anybody for you give it to him on Friday. If you want to give him money for food, go and give it to him in his house.
You can't trust that he'll come and vote for yourself, so you have to wait.
Even if you give him food next to the polling booth, you can't trust that he will vote for you.
No, so that's why I'll wait till he finishes voting, then when he comes in, I'll give it to you.
When he finishes voting, that is outside our perimeter. We are not
Okay,
interested.
so you don't have a problem, so far as it doesn't finish and they go and do the
Well, yes, when you leave the voting arena, you're on your own. What you do there is none of our business.
voting starts what time?
7 a.m.,
And ends what time?
2 p.m.
Everybody must have finished by then.
By
Then
2
what
p.m.
happens to how do you move your results?
There is all the voting will be completed 7 p.m. to be sorted on site.
2 p.m.
Sorry, 2 p.m. to be sorted on site at the polling station, counted, and the results for the constituency is declared at the polling station. Once it is declared, the district election officer who is in charge there will then transmit the result to the EC regional office.
This transmission, is it done the way we do our election where we carry a ballot box with pinches and take it there, or they send
No,
electronic results?
yes, they'll send electronic results, but the ballot paper and things will be kept at the district office, right? And
So
then
we're not going to have a coalition, a regional coalition,
the regional office will collate all the results they have received,
but
so
it will be electronic.
electronic.
So we have a regional coalition
Center, yes,
So-
at the EC,
or the EC.
yes,
So in Greater Accra, the coalition will happen at the old
at the EC
regional
office. That's right.
Each region would have that.
That,
There will be
yes.
agents.
Agents
of the
of the yes, and after that, then they will transmit to their corporate head office. All the regions one will come, and then the corporate head office will collate that.
Electoral commission.
Electoral Commission will then announce the results.
Okay, so you are not going to stage the announcement at a place, say like a stadium where you have a big platform where people want
That is just inauguration of the person who has won.
Would that be happening?
We'll do that here at the party head office.
This is your place is too small.
Well, unfortunately, that's what we can afford now.
Is it too late to make an addendum to your amendment?
Our budget to determine it.
Oh, let's say that the winner should sponsor that. Because
Hello. We should sympathize with them. The amount of money they are spending in this is a lot. It's a lot.
So
So
the Electoral Commission announced at the EC head office.
yes,
And said that as soon as he has got this ABCD and this person has won,
that's right.
then when do you come in
Right. Once that has been announced, they'll bring the results to us.
Okay.
And then we will arrange the meeting here, in which we will inaugurate the person who has won and show him or her, in fact, it's all him, and show him to the public. We expect that the other 4 contestants will be here, and they will also announce and pledge their loyalty in accordance with the peace pact we all signed. And then from that on, the party will be ready to go for the 2028 election.
You mentioned the peace pact, which is the next thing I'm going to talk about, but that will be after this break. This is face-to-face on ChannelOne television. I'm Owus, and Joe White is my guest. And I said that they have